All of us are dead. A high school becomes ground zero for a zombie virus outbreak. Trapped students must fight their way out or turn into one of the rabid infected. This science fiction, drama, and fantasy series of 12 episodes is original in its own way, but is actually just one more production about zombies. So, if the zombie universe genre is your favorite one, you will find this production interesting and entertaining. There are some parts somewhat hard to believe and exaggerated even for this genre, but the series is actually fun to watch with good production elements such as special effects, makeup, among others, as well as the performances of the entire cast. The series is actually good and worth watching, so we give it 3 stars out of 5. Chosen. A 17-year-old girl finds her world turned upside down when she and her friends discover the disturbing truth lurking in their quiet Danish town. This 6 episodes series has an original story in its own way, but it's your typical teenagers production that explores the same overly explored theme about teenagers who feel different from others and feel like they don't fit in anywhere, all intermingled in a sci-fi and fantasy context. The story is usually interesting, but some parts of it are somewhat dull. The production elements such as special effects and set designs, as well as the performances of the entire cast, are decent, but in its entirety, the series seemed average to us, so we give it 2 stars out of 5. Give it a try if you have nothing better to watch. In from the Cold. Exposed as an ex-Russian spy, an American single mom must juggle family life and unique shape-shifting skills in a battle against an insidious enemy. This series of 8 episodes, categorized as science fiction, drama, and fantasy, seemed interesting and intriguing to us during the first minutes of the first episode, but as the story unfolded, it became boring. Without giving out any spoilers, the story in itself is dull, somewhat ridiculous and difficult to believe because of the way it's presented on the screen. The action scenes are good, but everything else, including the performances of the entire cast and production elements, we found them to be average, and in some cases even bad. We found this production average in all aspects, and so we give it 2 stars out of 5. Kids. Seeking revenge on the girl she blames for her brother's death, a Kitzbühel waitress infiltrates the glitzy world of a group of wealthy Munich teens. This drama series of 6 episodes does not offer anything new in terms of the story, since it covers a theme already explored in other similar productions about revenge and the difference between rich and poor, just to mention 2 examples. And that's why for us, it's a production full of cliches and stereotypes. It's basically your typical teen drama series with a thirst for revenge twist. The production elements and performances are usually decent, and if you like teen drama series, you might find it interesting and entertaining to watch. For us, it was an average production, so we give it 2 stars out of 5. Our Beloved Summer. Years after filming a viral documentary in high school, 2 bickering ex-lovers get pulled back in front of the camera and into each other's lives. This comedy and drama series of 16 episodes, although not very original in terms of the theme of the story, is well captured on screen and is actually fun and entertaining to watch. The 2 main characters perform their roles very well, and actually you're able to see and somewhat feel the chemistry that exists between them that makes their screen relationship look realistic and not extravagant or exaggerated. We really like the story and watching the series, so we give it 3 stars out of 5. 5. The Girl from Oslo. When her daughter is abducted, a Norwegian diplomat travels to the Middle East, banking on old friends and a deep secret to help free her. This drama series of 10 episodes is not very original, as the theme of the story has been explored in countless similar productions. The story itself is simple, basic, full of stereotypes, and predictable. The production elements and the performances of almost the entire cast are actually decent, but in the end, the story as it unfolds simply is not satisfying, and you end up losing interest, turning the production into an average one. So we give it 2 stars out of 5. The Journalist. A dedicated journalist doggedly pursues the truth about a government corruption scandal, even as powerful enemies seek to neutralize her reporting. This drama and crime series of 6 episodes has an interesting story that keeps you intrigued and hooked to each episode from the very beginning. The production elements and performances of the entire cast are all good. For being a production that really entertains you and is very interesting, we give it 3 stars out of 5. The Silent Sea. During a perilous 24-hour mission on the moon, space explorers try to retrieve samples from an abandoned research facility steeped in classified secrets. This science fiction and drama series of 8 episodes has an interesting and original story in its own way. There are parts of the story that we found difficult to believe and are somewhat exaggerated, which, without going into details and giving out any spoilers, in our opinion, end up spoiling the series in the end. Even so, the series has good production elements such as special effects, set designs among others, which complement the good performances of the entire cast. As this production in general is entertaining to watch, we give it 3 stars out of 5. The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. Mixing wine, pills, casseroles, and an overactive imagination, Anna obsesses over a hunky neighbor across the street and witnesses a murder. Or did she? This drama, crime, and mystery series of 8 episodes with a title that seems somewhat ridiculous to us has an interesting and original story in its own way, since it's rather a parody about female thriller productions, and that makes it fun and entertaining to watch since it's different. The production elements and cast performances are all good, especially that from Kristen Bell, which is believable. This series is worth watching, so we give it 3 stars out of 5.